UFC 268's right around the corner with an absolutely stacked card from start to finish. Get things started with early prelims on UFC Fight Pass and watch the best of all athletes on the main card with the largest combat sports library in the world, only on UFC Fight Pass.
Big swing and a miss by Ashmouz, coming up the middle with a front kick. Maybe he's trying to get his range.
Ooh, nice little step-in jab there from Rizco. Again, these guys are just feeling each other out a little bit.
Does fighting in other countries give you any kind of an advantage? You know, if you're better traveled than your opponent, or something like that not matter?
I feel like it's more based on the time zone, from my experience. You know, you don't want to fly across the world and then have the time zone be opposite.
Wow.
But if he's here in New Jersey, he's probably pretty well accustomed to it here.
Rizco just sent Ashmouz across the world with a huge blast double.
We'll see. Ashmouz is undefeated, but that does mean that he hasn't quite been tested because he's had all finishes. We'll see how he does here with a little bit of adversity. That's definitely a test for Ashmouz here, and it seems like Rizco's definitely giving him a good bit of pressure starting off here.
Oh yeah, he's pressured up against the cage here. Ashmouz standing up. Rizco trying to just use his left leg to sweep Ashmouz's left leg, keep him in control, keep that positioning.
He's still got that body lock, it looks like, taking him back down.
Yeah, I like how he tripped him backwards, you know. First 2 minutes, forward, leaning pressure, tries to stand up, trips him backwards.
And this is going to be crazy tiring for Ashmouz. He's taking these shots, and he's also having to carry all of Rizco's weight. If you see the way that he's leaning on him, he's able to do it using the cage and like use such little effort from Rizco, like from himself, to put all the weight that he can on Ashmouz.
Yeah, there's nowhere for Ashmouz to go here. He needs to try to stand up, and Rizco is just doing everything he can to make sure he can't.
Nice. That was nice. I love the way that he brought that foot through to put Ashmouz on his back. He's still got that body lock. He's got crazy control with it. I feel like this is what Ashmouz needs to be doing. He needs to be hitting him so he can't just sit there with that body lock. Needs that, and then he needs to focus on that whizzer with his left hand there. Oh.
We got a fence grab.
A bit of a grab.
I'm glad it didn't stop the takedown, but it prevented it for a hot second.
Those aren't always quite intentional. You know, that's just your instincts. You're like, I don't want to fall.
Sure. But I do think there needs to be a warning. You know, it's up to the referee's discretion. But, you know, some guys do it just liberally.
Definitely. There's definitely some offenders out there that are worse than others.
You want to call anybody out?
I'll wait. We'll wait till it gets a little spicier.
It'll be our secret. Live on Fight Pass. It'll be our secret.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rizco trying to jump the back now. That might have been a mistake as he slides forward and off. And he's now underneath Ashmouz.
I feel like 1 minute left. Maybe Ashmouz might want to think about standing back up. I'm pretty confident that Rizco's going to, take this round. If it goes into the second, that's a pretty easy 10-9 across the board.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about the pressure that Rizco is putting on Ashmouz. Look at Ashmouz's right trap. That thing is just all discolored, marked up.
Yeah, that's
from that fence.
He's getting cheese grated over there.
Absolutely, not a fun position. Rizco with the body lock from underneath. The biggest pet peeve of mine. Tell him why. Why is that a bad move?
It's well, you never want to like hold your opponent to you. You always want to, yeah. I mean, I guess if you're trying to grind out the round, but it's never fun for anybody.
It's counterproductive as we got short time left in this first round, which on the judges' scorecards you would imagine went Ryan Rizco's way. Real good round for him. Ashmouz finishes on top, but the Red Fox has got some more work to do. See if he can regroup.
Definitely. He's got some ground to make up, that's for sure. But 2 more rounds, not even halfway yet.
Take a look at some of this action from this first round. 2 big takedowns early from Ryan Rizco as he almost catches a kick of Ashmouz, takes him right to the cage, makes him pay for it. Ashmouz stands up, tries to keep standing up. A little bit of a cage grab there, but gets put right back down for his trouble. And Rizco, I don't know, maybe he got greedy right here, tries to jump the back. Can't quite hold position. Ashmouz winds up on top in Rizco's full guard.
Yeah, I feel like a strong seatbelt might have helped him out there. That under-over with the arms instead of worrying about the hooks too much.
Position before submission.
Second round action.
Couldn't hear if David Osagai maybe warned Ashmouz a little bit about that fence grab. I'd like to think that he did, but I don't know. We'll see if it winds up mattering. Looks like Ashmouz trying to counter strike a little bit, waiting for Rizco to come in.
Oh, nice spinning back kick. Now again, we'll see if the Red Fox here is able to make up that ground, because again, he's undefeated. He hasn't been quite tested as much as he has been with Rizco, it seems.
Yeah, he's for sure getting tested. I'm super impressed with Rizco's timing on those shots.
Definitely.
Both the one from the first round and that one we just saw right there was timed brilliantly.
Ooh, he's tripped that leg. Now Rizco's back on top.
I can tell this is something that Rizco's been working on in the gym. You can tell.
Definitely. He's got that good bicep. Ooh, fingers in the cage. Again, let's hope it wasn't intentional. He's got that good bicep control, which is super key, especially in MMA where they can hit you with the elbows or the punches from even the bottom here. Again, back to that body lock. Looking for that throw.
Nice throw by right there. You ever think about going up lightweight or no?
I'm definitely getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty thick in the off season, and it's not even intentional. I'm not even fat. I mean, I don't think I'm fat. So.
I mean, you're like not even 21.
Yeah.
Ashmouz now on top of Rizco. Rizco in half guard. He wants to try to get that right arm off the back of the head of Ashmouz and dig it for an underhook.
Definitely. Back to that bicep control, that's great. I like what he's doing with these butterfly hooks. Yeah, he needs to start trying to elevate him again. But like you were saying, he needs that underhook with his right arm there. Rather than trying to hook that head, it's not doing anything for him.
Ashmouz is over here hitting some nice elbows.
Yeah, nice 3 or 4 little elbows there, bouncing his head off the canvas.
I mean, you don't need to posture all the way up to do damage with those things. Sometimes you can slice the guy open.
Definitely. And even then, you're just chipping at him, you know, if anything.
Somebody somewhere is scoring those.
Ooh, is he looking for that triangle? Okay. Rizco should be walking his feet to the cage. He can use that pretty easily. Kind of bump him around.
What if we start a new system where the ref can now tell Rizco, well, Ashmouz has grabbed the cage twice, so I'll give you 2 fence grabs right now. It's kind of like a, you know, like
a one
like
for
a
one
banking system. You know what I mean? You got Rizco, you got 2 fence grabs in the bank.
Balances out. Yeah.
It's either that or we got to start taking points for it right away.
Yeah, I mean, people wouldn't do it.
I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of not, because sometimes we see it and it's just such a foul that, you know, we got to do something about it right away.
Maybe just cut a finger off for each time they grab the
That
cage.
happened here. That I don't know if you saw that. Hetag Pliev
With the kick?
lost his finger.
I saw that.
Yeah.
He lost it and then they found it and put it back on. So
Yeah,
that's always good.
it landed in my pocket. And right now,
sneak out with it.
Ashmouz is landing.
Ooh.
Oh, look at this.
Leg attacks for the second here. Rizco, again, back in on the wrestling. He's going hard with it. He's keeping crazy pressure.
Yeah, Rizco's, is he bleeding? See some blood on the left side of Ashmouz. Oh, yeah, Rizco's bleeding.
Yeah.
This has been a pretty back and forth round. I mean, both guys have had their moments.
Definitely. I think this could be, this could go either way, really. So really, both of these guys need to you know, kind of buckle down and prove that they want to win this fight in this next round here.
I agree. We got 20 seconds left to go in this first round. Ashmouz still doing some damage here to the side of Rizco's head, but Rizco just in on that single. He's relentless.
That's a rough spot to be in when your head's lower than your hips. You don't have a ton of power from there, and you kind of just have to deal with it. Again, yeah, this position.
Rizco a little worse for wear after that one. And like you said, that position is hell. Like once you get your head stuck underneath there, you got to get out of dodge.
I've been there.
I've been there.
Been there, done that.
No bueno. Sometimes you're just like, well, I'm not getting beat up here, but.
Oh, definitely.
Let's take a look at some of the action we saw in this second round right here. Again, Rizco just beautifully timed takedown. Scores it big, and a little more of the same from that first round where he's using his pressure to keep Ashmouz up against the fence. But right here, you see Ashmouz on top and Rizco's half guard doing damage with these elbows. I believe that is what led to a couple of the cuts and the blood coming out of Rizco's eye. And we ended the round right here. Rizco just relentless on this single leg, almost to a detriment. And now we got a third and final round here, the lightweight division. I said that.
Ooh, that teep
Wow.
right to the, yeah, no, that was right to the cup.
Well, we'll take a look at it. The honorary Paul Felder cup check.
You get one. That's the rule. You always get one free cup check.
Ashmouz is arguing this. He's saying I did not hit you in the nuts. I mean, from that angle, yeah, I guess he did, but not the greatest angle. I'm going to have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, new angle. Nope, still. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to him, you know. It's not like it was on the hip or anything.
No, straight up the middle. Ryan Rizco will be singing soprano in the shower later.
And I'm not sure.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was the heel.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Ashmouz has got big feet. Covers a lot of ground. He did hit him in the stomach. He also hit him in the cup.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can only hit one of those areas. No worries. Oh, all right. We're looking ready to start this again. Let's go. Jumping kick down the middle. Ooh. Ashmouz coming in heavy.
That knee, did that knee land low too? That knee could have been dead on the money right in the breadbasket. It seemed to fold Rizco in half.
Ooh. All right, Rizco getting that underhook again.
Man, that was a huge knee that started this flurry from Ashmouz.
Yeah, 100%. A good rule of thumb that I learned from a great MMA coach, Michael Chies's coach, Rick Little. Whenever there's a cup check, you always expect it to be the very beginning of the fight. That type of energy. Don't go in there being friendly with the guy. You're like, all right, he got that little rest. He's going to come out hard. Yeah. And you saw that here, right from Ashmouz.
Well, I like what Ashmouz did. He threw the same kick, but he threw it high.
Which, you know, he made that adjustment.
And Rizco in a lot of trouble right now.
Oh, looking like he's... Oh, for a second there, it looked like he was going to start using his feet to walk up the cage.
A lot of time here. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this third round. Rizco's got to move.
Yeah. Again, if he's able to get his feet to the cage, that's a huge benefit. It's a lot easier than people think, and it's not illegal. So That would help him out quite a bit right now. But again, crazy pressure from Ashmouz.
Yeah, he smells blood. He knows that this is pretty close to being stopped. I think ref has already told Rizco he's got to start moving.
Yeah, I think even as the round is going, Rizco's got quite a bit to make up. If he is able to make it back to the feet and you know, get kind of a fresh start, he's really got to take up all the ground that he's lost here.
Yeah, because who knows how everybody scored the first and the second round.
Yeah.
First, I'd give it to Rizco. Second
was a toss-up.
Maybe a toss-up. Not sure what the judges are watching or looking for, but I know for a fact that Rizco's losing these exchanges right now. He needs to get up.
Ashmouz staying busy. But again, Rizco's still kind of holding that head a little more than I'd like him to.
I agree. And here, you know, covering up, you know, a lot of these shots might not be doing big damage, but it's not intelligently defending yourself. You know, and the referee's right in there. You know, Rizco's with it. He's not knocked loopy. He's looking at the ref.
Definitely.
I just think he might be a little bit tired.
Oh, and
the ref's seen enough. Yanal Ashmouz comes into Ryan Rizco's backyard and remains undefeated here in the CFFC lightweight division.
Yeah, I feel like the question of whether he's able to kind of weather the storm was definitely answered there.
Man, we crowned a new lightweight champion in Blake Smith a couple months back at CFFC 100. Yanal Ashmouz, the Red Fox, could be one hell of a contender, moving to 6-0. I want to take a look at the knee that started what winds up the ending sequence of this fight. Right here, Ryan Rizco makes a shot and then throws that knee. Yeah, that sapped him.
That's rough.
It wasn't exactly in the liver. Not sure if it was low or not, but Rizco for sure felt it.
Definitely on the edge.
Yeah, you see him grimace, you see him drop. I mean, you get hit with a body shot like that, you know how that feels. Your body just shuts down.
Yeah, that's the issue too. Is it's your body. It's not mental even at that point. Your body's just not working for you.
Rizco's tough as nails. He tries to tough this one out, but referee's seen enough of this ground and pound. Rizco not doing enough, not moving enough, not intelligently defending himself. And Ashmouz gets it stopped. It's a hell of a performance, honestly, from both guys.
Definitely.
And to get our official announcement, we'll take it up to our Dr. D, David Sarnoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was stopped at 2 minutes and 57 seconds in the third round. Winner by TKO due to excessive strikes. Out of the blue corner, Yanal Red Fox Ashmouz.
Well, there's your winner, Kyle Stewart.